Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be looking at the Medicham double flyer team where I use Noctowl to lure out the flying counter so that Shadow Charizard, potentially up a shield, can sweep in the back. It's going to be incredible. Going into the first game, we lead into an Abomasnow. Great lead. They swap into a Shadow Gliscor, and this is a very dominant matchup for Noctowl. You would think it's pretty neutral, but these Night Slashes just do nothing unless the Gliscor, as it always does, gets the boost. So you see, you take the first one pretty comfortably, and even the second one, it's not going to do a lot. Then just farm up to 2 sky attacks, but then the Gliscor gets the boost. This means, yes, I can get off both my sky attacks back to back here, but the Gliscor is going to be able to farm me down afterwards because of that boost and come out with a lot of energy. We've lost switch advantage, which is not really all that bad because both of my Pokemon in the back can handle Abomasnow, especially up 2 shields. So they go for a move. I shield the first one because they're not going to get to a Night Slash and an Earthquake before I get to a Nice Punch. So by shielding the first one, I make sure I'm not going to take an Earthquake because this can't be an Earthquake. They do get another boost, of course, so the Night Slash does so much more, but it's only 12.5%. It's 50%, I swear. It gets the boost all the time. Well, we take it out with Medicham, and now we unleash the Shadow Charizard. We shield the first move from Medicham because we have no reason not to. The Abomasnow is just not going to get to a move. And then we go up to 1 before they get to the next Ice Punch. Wait 1 turn to make sure it's not caught. Go for the Blast Burn. And boom! Take out the Medicham. In comes the Abomasnow. This is double super effective against the Abomasnow. And boom! And I grab the screenshot as well. Charizard sweeping the game. This is so much fun. Next game we lead into a Noctowl. Because I have double flyer, I swap out of this. Medicham does have a pretty decent matchup against Noctowl. It wins the 0 shields. Then they swap in Stunfisk. This is also a pretty neutral matchup. It is Stunfisk to Stunfisk's advantage. And you're gonna see in this game why I always overfarm whenever I can. We can easily live 2 Rock Slides. They could have probably stayed in with Noctowl a bit longer to do some more wing attack damage, so that I would be in 2 Rock Slides range, so they didn't have to spend this 3rd Rock Slide. But because we overfarm so much, as we grab the shield here as well, they actually lost count, so we get to CMP tie them here with another Shadow Ball and put them very low. I don't really feel like I need switch advantage because Medicham does actually have a pretty decent matchup against Noctowl. So we bring in the Medicham and now we unleash the Charizard. They stay in and throw a move immediately, meaning they're 6 wing attacks away from the next move. It's 6 for the first 2 sky attacks, 5 for the third one. Go up to 1 before they get to the second one. Wait a turn to throw in the middle of their fast move so they can't catch it. And we go for the Blast Burn. Is it enough? We'll never know. It is enough, by the way. Let's throw 1 more wing attack and then they go for a move. It's 5 for the third one. They're 1 over, so they're 4 away. They bring in a Medicham. Fun fact, 6 wing attacks plus a Blast Burn is enough to take out a Medicham. No matter the AVs. Boom! We take out the Medicham and they quit the game. I wanted to see us take out the Noctowl as well. Next game, we lead into a Shadow Charizard. Swap out immediately. You want to throw the Sky Attack immediately here if they don't swap out, because the fast moves are misaligned. But you also want to make sure it's not caught, because you don't want that Charizard to come out of this with a bunch of energy. Like, have the Sky Attack caught on something else. They throw the Blast Burn out called the bait. But now they're at 5 wing attacks, meaning they're 1 away from another Blast Burn. It takes 7 for the first, 6 for the second. They load up even more. We bring in Shadow Charizard. They're at back-to-back Dragon Claw at this point. They throw the first one, and I know this is just a Dragon Claw, but it does so much damage, Shadow on Shadow. So we shield the second one too, and they bring in a Swampert. We throw 5 more wing attacks, and then we catch the Hydro Cannon on Medicham, saving a lot of energy on Charizard. Their Charizard is dry, and it's in farm down range, so I don't have to worry about it. Like, it's not going to get to another move. They throw another Hydro Cannon. what they went one over, so they're 4 away. Now they're two away from their next move. So I actually undercharged this Dragon Claw slightly to give myself one more wing attack. And they bring in, what do they bring in? It's a Shadow Venusaur. It's the triple Shadow Kanto starter team. We throw 3 more wing attacks before throwing the first Blast Burn. And we don't want this to get caught, so we wait a turn to throw in the middle of their Vine Whip. And we get off the second Blast Burn. And have I remembered correctly? Are they dry? Can we farm them down? We can. And we beat the team. Another incredible sweep by Charizard. Next game, we lead into a Azumarill. This is a bit of a core breaker, but this is actually a very neutral matchup. The Medicham versus Azumarill. They go up to 6 before throwing. It takes 6 for a play rough. So yeah, they go for a play rough. We throw one more counter, go for a Psychic. And it lands. And they swap into a Drapion, and I react way too late. So I allow them to get to an Aqua Tail because it only takes 4 Poison Stings, and at this point I just have to let it go. Bring in Noctowl. They go up, try to CMP us. They go 1 over the crunch. It's 5 for a crunch. So they're 4 away from their second one. So throw 3 more wing attacks before throwing the Sky Attack. And we deny them a fast move, which I notice. So I allow them to get in a fast move here by not throwing my fast move. I think that's just more fun to play it that way. Because sometimes the game is a bit laggy. But we still get to the Sky Attack. There are 2 Poison Stings at this point, meaning that they are 2 away from an Aqua Tail. And we bring in the Charizard. 2 shields up. I could go for a Dragon Claw here on CMP, but I'm so afraid they're gonna catch it in a Azumarill, so I don't. And I let them throw the Aqua Tail instead, come up with a lot of energy. What is in the back? It's a Trevenant, and they bring it in. And then they bring in a Azumarill, and I don't know, catch a Blast Burn, but I was still gonna throw the Blast Burn. There are 2 bubbles now out of 5, so we go up and throw right before they get to their next move, the Dragon Claw. There should be enough at this point. The Trevenant is on 4 Shadow Claws, meaning it's 1 away from a Seed Bomb. So we CMP tie it, get off the Blast Burn. Another sweep for Shadow Charizard. Boom! And we win the game. That was the last battle for today. I chose to go for a bit of a shorter video today because I believe the battles really weren't all that exciting and there wasn't a lot to learn from them. I mostly just RPS'd my opponent, or they RPS'd me. I did reach a new elo peak at 2635, so this team is pretty good, despite the fact that I faced a lot of bulky water types. I think if you're around the 26 elo mark, you don't want to try this team, because there are so many bulky water types. But if you're at an elo where you're facing a lot less bulky water types, and a lot less counter-swapping Registeals onto your Noctowl, then I would give this team a go, definitely, because it can definitely find success. Other than that, fun fact of the day, Shadow Charizard beats Azumarill in the 1-0 shield scenario, because 2 Blast Burns is enough and Azumarill is not going to get to a move if you have a shield and they don't. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you next time.